team like Kyrie and KD, or the Lake Show with King James and AD. Wish I could match him up with the bad boys from the 80s, but no black and white, I need that in HD. HenDawgz.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy HenDawgz, and we back to it. You know how we do it. Another day, another Larry Bird reaction video. Shout out to the Bird gang, and also shout out to the LeBron fans, man. Over the last week, and then in the future, I said I'll be reacting to a lot more LeBron stuff. So there's gonna be a lot more LeBron fans coming around, which I love. So Bird gang, just be ready. Just be ready. It's gonna be some back and forth in these comments in this video right here. I already know, because this is why Larry Bird was better than LeBron James. And for me, I'm gonna give y'all my opinion, man. As of today, which is April 2nd, 2022, I gotta go with Bron, man. And I'm sorry, Bird gang, don't attack me. Don't attack me, but as of today, I probably gotta go with LeBron. It's just, I feel like LeBron is just more, I don't know, more entertaining. I don't even really want to even kind of explain it that much, because I kind of want to just get into this video and see what Basketball Time Machine got to say about the comparison. But before we get into it, let's make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 10K subscribers this month. Let's try to get that happening. Make sure you like this video. If you like this video, and go ahead and write something in the comments. Give me who y'all think is better. Is LeBron better or is Larry Bird better, and why? Don't just be like Bird is better, or don't be LeBron is better and it's because I say so. We don't care if he's the best just because you say so. Give me a reason why he's the best, Larry Bird or LeBron. But let's get to it. We got why Larry Bird was better than LeBron James. Let's get it. Basketball Time Machine.
Hey, good day everyone. Welcome back to the show. I'm Sean David, and as always, thanks for tuning in. Every once in a while, I try to honor a video request, and I gotta be honest, it's such a hard decision for me to make, especially with so many great video ideas. But of course, I can't do all videos, which is why I have to make a decision. And yes, especially with those kind of videos like today, where I know, okay, I'm going to get into trouble for posting videos with such interesting content. It makes the decision even harder, but hey, let's face the challenge. So in this video, I'm going to talk about why I feel that Larry Bird was the better basketball player than LeBron James.
Oh,
stop it.
I like that.
Get some help. Okay, let's start the video.
One thing I will give Larry Bird the credit on is the toughness, the grit, I don't care who's in my way. I'm gonna go through anybody's chest. Like, that's the shit that I feel like LeBron never had, and I applaud Larry Bird for that. Cause I think LeBron's just naturally this natural athlete that was just so naturally gifted that he was gonna be great no matter what. Larry Bird had to make a decision. Larry Bird had to make the decision on, I have to work my ass off. I have to get in the gym. I have to, be at top of my, like, ahead of the game. Like, I have to be ahead of everybody. Larry Bird was just like, it wasn't gonna be handed to him. Like with LeBron, I feel like, he's just so physically dominating that people gonna bow down to LeBron by just looking at him. Larry Bird was the opposite. People was going at Larry Bird because they didn't think he was that good. And I think in return, that's one thing that Larry Bird definitely has over LeBron. It's not even close.
Larry Bird at his best, LeBron James at his best.
Oh my God. And do we have to put the teams too, or just individual players?
Individual, man.
If there's a draft,
oh my God,
you can take Bird or LeBron.
LeBron's physical, if not athletic ability is a gift.
Yeah, before we listen to what KG got to say, y'all answer that question. Number one pick, got the number one pick in the draft. Larry Bird is available. LeBron James is available. Who are you picking? Both in their primes. Who y'all picking with that pick? Write in the comments right now. Let me know. That's tough. I gotta go with Bron though, man.
Larry's IQ and basketball competitiveness is, uncanny. Like Larry's ability to make tough shots, his shooting, his IQ, man, come on, man.
In a hypothetical draft, that's what they started off with. I'll take it at any age. You can do it at 18 or 22 or 26, 28, or as they finally concluded at age 30. I'm going to take Larry Bird just a little bit over LeBron James.
Larry Bird was LeBron James before LeBron James is LeBron James. But saying all that,
Is that true?
I'm going to take LeBron.
Oh, I gotta go with Larry Joe. I gotta go with Larry Joe. In today's rules, you can't touch him.
Yeah.
And Larry, so this is 27, 28-year-old Larry and 27, 28-year-old LeBron,
Yeah.
right? Or is he 30? Right? 30.
Yeah.
Can I answer that question now? Larry Joe.
Do y'all see it? Do y'all see the comparison? When y'all watch LeBron James, I know a lot of the Bird fans that y'all don't even really care for the NBA right now, but I know y'all don't watch LeBron stuff. Y'all be lying to me if y'all said y'all don't watch LeBron or haven't watched him in the last couple years. But do y'all see any Larry Bird in there with the passing and the getting my teammates involved, just like the leadership qualities? Do y'all see it? Because I really don't. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really see much LeBron James in Larry Bird, or vice versa. I don't see much Larry Bird and LeBron James. But people say it a lot. Like that's what Shannon Sharp just said. Larry Bird was LeBron before LeBron, but I'll still pick LeBron. And I don't know, man. One thing I will say though, I'm kind of starting to change my mind a little bit because I just forget how great of a shooter Larry Bird was, and that's something that LeBron wishes he could have. And for me, I'm a shooter. I'm a jump shooter. When I play the game, that's kind of what I focus on. That's my main ingredient in basketball. And I know how easier that makes the game for me, that I'm able to shoot. So the fact that Larry Bird was such a great shooter, man, I feel like he was able to do so much more on the court and be effective than LeBron. But I don't know. I don't want to talk too much. I'm just going to get back into it. But I think I'm slowly starting to change my mind, man. I don't know already. It's only been 2.5 minutes.
So, how am I going to approach this video? Well, I thought let's have some major categories compared to two, and let's see in what categories which player is better and why Larry Bird comes out on top. It's going to be pretty interesting, so let's have a look. The first category that I'm going to look at is scoring, a category that has just so many aspects to it. If it is posting up, shooting, penetrating, you name it, there are just so many aspects how you can rate a good scorer. For example, if we just take the career average, LeBron James at his current state averages 27 points in his entire career. Larry Bird, on the other hand, averaged 24 over his entire career. So the first question would be, what do you rank higher? 27 in today's game or 24 points a game in the 1980s? Difficult question. Larry Bird had his best scoring season in 1987, where he almost averaged 30 points a game. LeBron James, on the other hand, had his best scoring season in 2005, so when he was still very young, averaging 31 points per game. But you have to remember, at that time, LeBron James literally had nobody who he could pass the ball to. So shooting-wise, it's not even a comparison. LeBron James is a decent shooter, not a great shooter, but Larry Bird was a great shooter. If it's a three-pointer, even back in the days, or his free throw percentage, he was definitely the better shooter. But as I mentioned earlier, scoring has more to it than just shooting, for example. Because if we're looking at the total package of scoring, I would still have to give that one to LeBron James. Because his athletic ability is just so insane. If he wanted to, he could average 35 in a heyday. And you gotta remember, we're comparing two insane and great offensive players.
Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all my opinion, because I think he's gonna do scoring, rebounding, he's gonna do these different categories. So I'm going to give y'all my opinion on who I think is the better in each category. And that'll probably be easier for me to determine who I actually do think is better. Because I never even really tried to compare these two until today. That's why I'm going back and forth so much, because I never even thought about this. But scoring-wise, it's really not close, which is crazy to me because LeBron is going to be the all-time leading scorer when it's all said and done. But Larry Bird is the better scorer. I don't even think that's even close for real. There's been so many times where I'm watching LeBron James games And I feel like he be struggling a little bit. You know, he scores in these bunches where he gets, you know, a bunch of dunks, and you know he'll hit the mid-range shot, get some layups, get a few fast break points. But I see him struggle a lot trying to, you know, develop go-to moves and, you know, like hitting that jump shot consistently. Like that's not something I see. That's something I see often with LeBron. Larry Bird, on the other hand, he was a magician, bro. Like he scored all different ways. I call people like that a 3-level scorer. Someone that can get layups. You know, he was hitting mid-range shots. He was hitting threes. Like all 3 levels of the game, he was great at. So scoring-wise, shooting-wise, is Larry Bird, and it's not even close.
So that one slightly goes to LeBron James.
I disagree.
Just try to take full advantage of it.
And one. LeBron's just dominant, man. Just bigger and faster. And
I did it just being
just better than everybody.
me.
The next category that I'm going to take a look at is passing. And this is a pretty interesting one.
Close.
Because to me, in this category, you can't just only go by numbers. I think we can agree that both Larry Bird and LeBron James had the so-called passing gift. They had great court vision, they see the open man, they can create for their teammates, so they're great passers. No doubt about that. If we would just go by numbers, we would see that LeBron James averages 7.2 until today, where Larry Bird averaged 6.3 in his entire career. But still, to me, Larry Bird is the better passer, and I explain why. You have to see that LeBron James is a point forward, which means he brings the ball up the floor, he has a lot of touches, which means that he also has more opportunities to create for his teammates. Larry Bird, on the other hand, didn't have the obligation to bring the ball up the floor. He always played with many superstars like Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, which also means that he had to share his touches. But still, as a forward, he was still able to put up 6.3 assists. And if you take a closer look at his games, you will see that this guy not only made great passes, but sometimes made passes that were incredible. I'm literally talking Magic Johnson style of passes. Even until today, I haven't seen any forward having such a great eye, such great court vision, mixing it up with so much style and flair. So that one goes to Larry Bird. And the next category that I'm going to take a look at.
Before we get to the next category, passing. It's tough. It's tough. Like I said, this is all new to me. Like I didn't wake up today thinking I was going to be comparing LeBron James and Larry Bird's passing with each other. But if I had to choose who was the better passer, I might have to go Bron, man. Like Larry Bird definitely has some iconic passes that, you know, that I've seen in those 50 greatest passes that will forever be iconic and I'll forever be, you know, super crazy to watch. But overall, over, you know, the course of a whole career, LeBron's passing, man, that shit's been amazing. It's almost been so much that he kind of gets faulted for passing too much. Like it's kind of unheard of for this 6'8", 260-pound guy to be passing the ball like this. Like it doesn't make sense. And in return for that, he gets talked about as being this guy that can't take over, or he's just too finesse because of how great of a passer he is. So I gotta go Bron, man. But it's very close. It's super close, man. Like I can't. It can go either way. I might think differently tomorrow, but if I had to choose today, I gotta go Bron just because of the overall. Like he's always gonna get you 10 assists. Like triple doubles it was easy for LeBron because he's that great of a passer. But let me know what y'all think. I want y'all to answer these questions too. Who's the greatest scorer? Who is the greater passer? Let me know.
Is defense. And this one looks like a sure and easy thing at first sight, but believe me, it's way closer than you might think. LeBron James is a physical specimen. I mean, there's no reason to doubt that. That guy can guard position 1 to 5, especially in his younger days. That guy was incredible. On the other hand, you got Larry Bird, a guy who can't jump, who can't run, who's not the strongest guy on the floor. So how can this even be an argument? To the guys who follow the NBA today, you know that LeBron James of today is not comparable to the LeBron James of 5 years ago. Sometimes it looks like LeBron James doesn't even care on defense. So I don't want to take him by today's standard, but in his heyday.
Look at LeBron. Watch his effort right here. Now, he turns it over. He's still not in the play yet. The other 3 guys, there's been really no communication with the exception of JaVale McGee, who's pointing saying, look at somebody stop my man.
What the
Jalen,
hell?
you started playing basketball maybe 7, 8 years old. You learn how to stop the ball first.
Oh,
This
bro.
is a layup right here. Now, Kyrie is further back than LeBron. Watch how this play ends up, Jalen.
LeBron at least wiped his chest.
First of all, LeBron's not
He
even
wiped
in the
his chest.
picture yet.
LeBron is always
Putting
doing
the onus and the pressure on KCP to have to decide. Do I go run to Kyrie? Oh, but I forgot. There's a guy behind me in Jaylen Brown.
Get back, bro.
This is just, yes, it's maybe fixable, but it has to start with some effort. Look at
Hey, y'all see that source right there? Second Spectrum. That's who I used to work for 4 years until I decided to go full time with this. But shout out to Second Spectrum. Y'all changed my life. I wouldn't be where I'm at right now without Second Spectrum. But yeah, we the one that came up with all these, crazy ass stats that you see on ESPN and stuff. But yeah, as far as defense, when I first heard it, the first thing I thought about was the chase downs. The getting the passing lanes, getting steals to the dunks. So I wanted to say LeBron without really thinking too hard into it. But I might gotta go Bird, man. Just on the simple fact of the toughness, of the willing to play defense, like especially later on in their careers. Larry Bird could barely run, he could barely walk, was not even been able to sit down on the sidelines. But he's diving for loose balls. He's taking charges. He's doing everything he possibly can to help his team on the defensive end. Where LeBron, I feel like, take plays off, man. He's at that point, I feel like, in his career where he's like, I'm going to just do everything I can on the offensive end. Defense, man, I'm cool. I don't even really care about defense like that no more. I might get a block here and there, steal here and there, but the overall of it is I'm not really trying to play defense for real. Where Larry Bird was doing everything he can. He was hitting his face on the ground. I know y'all remember that one where he hit his face on the ground trying to get a steal. Different shit like that is what LeBron would never do, or is not willing to do, where Larry Bird was doing it. So I got to get the defense to Larry Bird, man.
For these NBA ranks right.
But there's one major reason why I think you shouldn't underestimate and underrate Larry Bird as a defender. That guy had the biggest heart. You just got to go on YouTube and check for his hustle plays.
Facts.
That guy literally sacrificed his body every game, every night, every minute. And he could guard his opponents. Don't get me wrong. He was able to guard some great players. And what he was lacking in his physical abilities, he made it up with heart and basketball IQ. Of course, this category needs to go to LeBron James. I just wanted to make sure that nobody underrates Larry Bird as a defender.
It doesn't,
so that
though.
Category goes to LeBron James.
When I first came in the league, Art Gilmore told me one time, he played for Chicago. He said, if you expect to play a long time in this league, you better quit mopping up the floor. And I thought, well, he's crazy, because that's what basketball's all about. I'm getting a little bit older now and feeling the bangs and the bumps and bruises and all that. I can see where he's coming from, but I can't change my style of play.
And the next category is going to be rebounds. Now, you would think that a guy who was built like LeBron James, with that type of body, with that athletic ability, would dominate the boards. And well, what can you say? LeBron James is a decent rebounder. At the moment, in his entire career, he's averaging 6.9 rebounds a game, which is a great amount for a small forward or point guard or whatever you want to call him. On the other hand, we got Larry Bird, a guy who's not known for his great jumping ability, but who's still some way somehow averaged to grab exactly 10 rebounds a game in his entire career. And he had to share the rebounds with Robert Parrish and Kevin McHale. So this category is not even a question. That one goes to Larry Bird. So next, I have 3 points that fit exactly into one cap.
Rebounding, I'm 100% going with Larry Bird as well. So, I don't know, man. Am I starting to think that Larry Bird is actually better than LeBron James? I'm just starting to seem that way. I'm going to actually keep this video going. We got about 2 more minutes left. But rebounding, yeah, I always say that Larry Bird was one of the most underrated rebounders ever. When you think of Larry Bird, you don't think of rebounding. But if y'all been tuned into the channel, y'all know I've been diving into, I think I did at least about 40 Larry Bird videos. And that's one thing that I noticed is I always say he's in the trenches. That's what I mean by in the paint. He's in there getting those loose balls, getting those rebounds that's not just, just falling straight into his hands. He's in there. He's getting them shits. And because of that, I got to give him the rebound. I got to give him the rebound advantage just on the simple fact that he's just not as athletic as LeBron. LeBron could just go up there like that one video, that one scene they just showed where he just jumped up and his feet almost touched the rim. That wasn't happening with Larry Bird, but it didn't matter. And because of that, Larry Bird has better rebound average than LeBron, which is crazy. So rebounding go to Larry.
Category have mental toughness, leadership, and the clutch gene. To me, this is exactly the biggest difference between LeBron James and Larry, the clutch G. It's a fit category is not even a question. That one goes to Larry Bird. So next, I have 3 points that fit exactly into one category. I have mental toughness, leadership, and the clutch gene.
That's Larry
To
Bird.
me, this is exactly the biggest difference between LeBron James and Larry Bird. LeBron James is a great leader. He's a great teammate. He's a good spirit in the locker room. He always tries to get his teammates involved and always looking for the right basketball play. So in my opinion, there's nothing you can hold against LeBron James. But when I take a look at mental toughness and the clutch gene, sorry, but there's no comparison to Larry Bird. Larry Bird is probably one of the toughest guys who ever lived on this planet. And I'm not only talking about basketball, I'm literally talking about living on this planet. That guy not only had nerves of steel, but this guy literally did whatever it took to win. And of course he made mistakes, and of course Larry Bird also missed some clutch shots. But Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, and maybe one or two other guys are the clutchest guys who ever played the game. And this is where LeBron James just can't match Larry Bird. Just a different type of animal. And to me, if I discuss who's the better player, I always take the guy who I want the ball in his hands when the game's on the line.
Great point.
And if the championship is on the line or my life depends on it, I even wouldn't hesitate 1 second. Larry Bird is my man. Alright, you guys, as you can see, that was a very close call and a very, 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 very slim decision. And I'm not a LeBron James hater. Believe me, that guy is a special player and in my opinion, one of the 10 best players who ever played the game. And I also really appreciate what he's doing off the court. So having said that, but to me, Larry Bird was not only a special player, but that guy was unique. If you can't jump, you can't run. If you're not physically gifted at all, still putting up those numbers, still being as successful,
it's crazy.
Still being such a great trash talker, controlling your opponents mentally, and even intimidating them so much that they don't want to play against you. Man, Larry Bird was just a
for the win. Larry Joe for the win.
Alright, I hope y'all enjoyed that video. My decision has definitely changed. Give me Larry Bird, man. It was really tough though. It was really tough. Like, I think just being really look at it, man, Larry Bird is different. Larry Bird is somebody that, you know, that you can put up against the greatest. You can put him up against LeBron. You can put him up against Jordan. You can put him up against anybody, and he gonna hold his own. So, hope y'all enjoyed that video. Go ahead and write in the comments who you think is better out of Larry Bird or LeBron James. I can't wait to hear it. I can't wait to hear why. But I appreciate y'all like always. Like I said, I'm going to start diving into more LeBron James stuff. Like, this is kind of one of the starts. I just did his Making the Case video. I did this one. I'm going to do some more videos. So stay tuned if you love LeBron. Make sure you like this video if you like this video. And go ahead and write something in the comments. But one thing I will say about LeBron that he has over Larry Bird is longevity. Like, LeBron, like, compare him to Kareem. There hasn't been a player that was able to be so great for so long, and that gotta be a part of something. That gotta, you know, play a part in, you know, being one of the greats, because you can be great for 10 years, but being great for 19, 20 years, like, that's crazy. That's super crazy. But I'm gonna get out of here, man. I got more videos to do. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like this video if y'all like this video, and go ahead and write something in the comments. We out.